On May 28th, we have the opportunity to have what's known as the Shakezone, and we're hosting an emergency expo on that day at Woodgrove in the parking lot next to the white spot. It's a great opportunity for our residents to come and learn. We'll have all kinds of booths set up there with many of our volunteer organizations in the community that will help our residents learn, ask questions, and understand more about what they need to do to prepare for an earthquake. The Quake Cottage, it's a trailer. And what it does is the movement, although if one were to look at it, you'd say, well, it's just kind of moving back and forth. But it's actually moving and rolling the way that they anticipate, or the way that the earth actually does roll in an earthquake. There's also, it looks like a little house inside. So basically what you're getting is an experience, although not real, of what it would feel like if you were, say, to be in your home, not strapped in, obviously, but what it would feel like to actually experience something of that magnitude. What we find, and we're even seeing this as a result of the Fort Mac fires, where people start realizing that it can happen within our community. And what we want to encourage people is, if you get prepared for that earthquake, you're prepared for any emergency that can happen within the community.
Insurance Bureau of Canada urges you to put together an emergency preparedness kit. It should help you and your family get by without heat or electricity for at least 72 hours.
The common message out there is to be prepared for 72 hours. Because we're on Vancouver Island, we actually are recommending for people to be prepared for 7 days. It's going to take 72 hours for the municipality and all the different organizations to just figure out what's going on. So it's going to take us time. But then there comes that phase of, how do we get all the goods and services here? Because there's a lot of other things that have to come into play before we can actually get them shipped in. So what we want to remind residents is, if they're part of that, building that kit and being prepared, it helps the community become more resilient, and then the recovery process speeds up as a result, because they can help in that recovery process. So by preparing themselves, their families, their loved ones, their pets, then if something were to happen, and we hope it doesn't, but if it were, then they can be part of helping the community get back on its feet. We're so happy to be part of this island tour. The Quake Cottage, or the zone, is going up and down Vancouver Island, and we're not going to be able to reach out or touch everybody with this event, but to share that experience and really encourage everybody to kind of take notice and start looking at preparing these emergency kits.